Okay, here we are. This is lesson 12 of drawing a Jaguar C-Type, and today we're going to work on the tires and a little bit on the body, I think, too. I've got a couple places I'd like to go over. And then if I get to finish the tires, then I'll probably try to work on the wheels too as a beginning. But first of all, I want to get the tires done so it starts to look like a car instead of being empty on this side. So I may not make them as dark as they will finally be because I always go over the car one last time to darken one thing against another. I want to make sure that, like I said before, that it's believable as an object, that it could be a car, and that it's the way I want it to look. So none of this is set in stone, but it is written with ink. So I have to be careful, and I don't want to go too far with the ink. I want to make sure that the right front tire doesn't disappear into the shadow underneath, and I want to make sure that all the rest of it looks good too. So first I'm going to do the tire and darken up the places that are going to be dark. They may not be to their full value yet, but that's what I'm going to do, is darken the front and rear tires where the tire will be in shadow, and then from there I'll work on the wheels if I get any chance to do that. Continuing along here, just working on the rear one, and this is the one that I don't really want much emphasis on anyway. I want it to just disappear into the shadow to a great extent, not completely, but I don't want people to really look at it too much because I'm going to lavish all the detail on the front one. So between the grill or the radiator grill in the front, both headlights, the right front wheel and tire, and the air outlets that are on the side of the body right in front of the number dot, I want to use those to bracket the person's attention, and I want to keep them concentrated on the front end of the car. So I don't really want to put too much detail in the back end of the car, which would just take the attention away from the front. So okay, now I'm working here up to the front, and there we go. Sorry, I have to have my hand in the way in order to be able to draw this, but no other way I can really manage it. Okay, there we go. And again, a tire is shaped kind of like a donut. It's wider. If you cut through it, you can see that it's kind of round in the middle, and then on the cross section of the tire, it's kind of rounded also. So the upper part of it, if the sun is up above, the upper part of it is going to be lighter because it's going to have sunlight on it. The lower part will be in shadow relative to the sun if the sun's at a high angle. And so what you find there is a varying shadow that goes around the tire depending on where the sun is coming from. In this case, the sun is coming from the upper left-hand side of the car as you're looking at it, and you can tell that because those little spots of white underneath the front end of the car are light coming through the grill bars. So that pretty much tells you where the sun is coming from. And the fact that it doesn't extend much past the front tires and the body means that it's at a pretty high angle. It's almost directly overhead too. So what it's going to do is I'm only going to have ambient light that's going to be on those tires. And I'm trying to indicate that now. But I'm darkening the tires up because I want them to not have any treads that I have to draw in, because I hate to draw tire treads, and they always look so dorky anyway. And I'm just coming down, getting pretty close to the end here. Looks like I'm not going to get to finish it today. But what I'm doing on it right here is I'm bringing the darkness down the tire, so it's going to kind of meld into the shadow a little bit underneath the car. And that's going to make it a little easier for me to show off the wheel, which is a wire wheel on both the front and the back. But the front one is going to have a lot of detail in it. And that's going to be a whole lesson all by itself. So I'm going to work very hard to make that really look spectacular. I want to draw the person's attention to that wheel and the tire. And by making the tire kind of indistinct, then that's going to more focus the people on the knockoff wheel nut and on the tire itself, on the wheel itself. So that'll make it really good. Anyway, that's about it. I hope to see you tomorrow. We'll do quite a bit more, and hopefully we'll get that wheel going. Thank you very much. Bye.